Hello, babe. How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing good. Do you remember this song right here?
Ooh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
I remember when you made this song, I was all in my feelings, to be honest.
I was young and abstinent, they said I miss it. Waiting
Uh-uh.
for the only one, they said I'm wasted. When I died enough, some say I will regret it. 4 years in,
That
I'm
was
more
4
to
years ago,
go,
though.
thank God for you, I waited. I was young and
Wow, this song was like
abstinent, they
vibing
said I'm
to.
missing. Waiting for the only one, they said I'm wasted.
Hey.
When I died enough, some said I will regret it. 4 years in, I'm more to go, thank God for
For
Girl,
you, I
every day you
made
blow
it.
my mind, daily supernova. Since I laid my eyes on you, you killed my Casanova. You're the only one I want, there is no one other. Like I
Okay.
said it 4 years ago, yet the wait
Wait is
was over.
over.
When you touch me, all in me, do the bossa nova.
Okay. I'm getting my feelings. I'm getting my
Ooh,
feelings right
simmer
now.
down, simmer down, simmer down.
So, how you doing? How you doing today?
I'm good. Today was a blessed day, to be honest. It was good.
It was good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, church service was amazing. It was really amazing.
Yeah.
Thank God for a good Sunday. We're here, but I know it's like time to start getting ready for bed. Both of us we work and all that. But I wanted to talk about one subject though.
What is that?
Uh, what happened on Saturday or Friday? Friday exactly. What's going on Friday?
Ooh, so Friday, it's what they call Valentine's Day.
Mm.
Well, we're not about all that, but
So I just wanted to, you know, to have a little bit an idea, because you came here, you were pretty young,
yeah.
and I know that things like Valentine's Day, yes, it's popular everywhere, but it's very heavy in those developed countries, Western countries. So I just want to know, like, what is your approach to how have you ever approached it, like Valentine's Day? I'll tell you my approach, like what I think of it, but I wanted to see like what does it represent to you? Did it change over the years? Were you ever
Yeah, for sure.
into it or whatever? Like, so what's going on?
I don't know. For me, Valentine's Day, it's always been a disappointing day, to be honest. I mean, just like from the whole, like, having a crush, having somebody like care about you, give you flowers, the chocolate. I love me some dark chocolate. Yep. I love me some dark chocolate. But, like, I just feel like it was just always a very disappointing day. Even like when we were in school, they had us, do you know the sodas, the crushes, the orange
Yeah,
crush?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So they had like, the kids could pay $1. So that way, like, you could send a crush to somebody, knowing that somebody had the feels for you. So like, I remember every Valentine's Day in middle school, even into high school, I'd wait for them to call my name for who had a crush on me, and like nobody ever did. And so I've always feel like
Dang.
I was like, this day, get out of here.
Dang.
Yeah. But then over the years, though, I would have to say, like, I never really thought like too much about Valentine's Day, because I was like, one day, God would bless me with a man where I get to experience this every day, right? Like it's not just that week, it's not just that day, it's not those hours leading up to it, but that I would feel the love of Christ every day through, the one that God had in store for me. So I think over the years, my thoughts on Valentine's Day and on love in general has definitely like changed and be, transformed. So
Amazing. Wow, man. Yeah, it was a tough coming up, huh?
nobody wanted
Oh my
me.
goodness. And they were blind, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know what they were missing, but so for me though, like I never cared about Valentine's Day.
I'm sure
Like
you did it.
I never cared about Valentine's Day. Um, Love Day. It's the day for love. It's the celebration of love. Like just on that one day, people
Yeah.
making like all big plans and all that stuff. Like I don't want to bash the people who are into it, but me,
Yeah.
Valentine's Day never been something that I like. And also it's like it looked like it was going, I mean, especially nowadays, but even growing up, I just realized that a lot of people will use that day
Yeah.
for to just satisfy pretty much like their selfish desires. You know, it's like the guys they're gonna put out a big show. They're gonna reserve that expensive like restaurant, buying all this chocolate, but they're not really doing it because they love the person that they're doing it for. It's
Mm-hmm.
just because at the end of it, they want to get down with the girl. They want to get down with that person.
I can see that.
So it was like with this hookup culture, it's like okay, that day grand gesture, but they're not driven because of just love. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying that's everybody. Some people maybe like they really do
Yeah.
use Valentine's Day to appreciate their partners, whatever. But me personally, I would say like my relationship with that particular day, Valentine's Day, is like people just using it for like that hookup culture. Like it's that day we're gonna, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna bring the flowers. I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy the chocolate. But because I'm expecting something at the end of the day, at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
a lot of people fell into
Transactions.
exactly a lot of people falling into that. But yeah, so it never had me my thing, and in my brain, I'm like, I I want to be able to show love to the person that I love
Mm-hmm.
every single day. And that's my thought process with any type of like major celebration, like celebration that the world has set up.
Yeah.
Even some of the Christian celebration like Christmas, Easter,
Easter. Yeah.
right? Or 25th of December, this day like in April, whatever. Like for me, and you know that in our family, in our house, every single day is Christmas. Every single day is Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day we celebrate Jesus Christ coming on earth. The same day that we're celebrating Jesus Christ coming on earth is the same day that we celebrate that he went on the cross for us.
Yeah.
It's the same that we celebrate that he resurrected from the grave. So
Mm-hmm.
every single day we celebrate the life of Christ. Now I understand like there's some iconic things that we as human would like to put to celebrate like big events, you
Right.
know. But for me, anything that is like on the magnitude of that, like when you're talking about Christ, when you're talking about love, I want to celebrate that every single day. I
Yeah.
just don't want to wait until the 14th of
Of February.
February
Yeah.
to say I'm celebrating love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, that's really my approach, man, with this Valentine Day thing. And I was reading like this. I wanted to bring that even. I was reading like this research that is so I say according to various surveys, around 7% of U.S. adults report breaking up with someone on Valentine's Day itself, with an additional 6% breaking up shortly before and 6% after, meaning roughly 19% experience and a breakup. 19% of people they experience a breakup around this time due to pressure and expectation associated with the holiday. Most
Yeah.
people believe the best time to end a relationship before Valentine's Day is just prior to the actual date. So as you can see, there's so much pressure around that one
One
day,
day. Yeah.
and people feel like you know that day is gonna determine like if you really love me. And yeah, so it's just like I don't know. I just wanted to see um your mindset. So we've been married for like 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been disappointed any years that I didn't really show anything on that Valentine's Day? Because I know I haven't, like on this
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. I don't do this stuff like
Yeah.
so was it hard for you like until now? Is it hard for you like there's nothing that I do on that specific day? Like how do you feel?
I think for me, like at the very beginning, it was hard
Mm.
because, like you said, even though we're both Africans, right?
Hmm.
I just feel like I grew up with a lot of some of the American mindset.
Yes.
But you also came with like, your African traditions and my son, which are still a very much part of mine, but just how we grew up was a little bit different. And
Hmm.
so I had those expectations like, okay, you remember I just told you my story.
Yeah.
Nobody was crushing on me when I was a little kid or when I was younger. So I was like, you know what? This is like I've come, right? Like this is a
Yeah.
time where like I get
Arrived.
yeah, I've arrived. I get to be showered with all the things like with the chocolate, the flowers, like the nice fancy dinners. Like that's kind of like what my expectations were, but then it was like over the years of like, being married and even like while we were dating, like it's just a waste of time. It
Mm.
really is. Like for me to put that much expectations on you, those are expectations and things that I should be doing daily,
Yeah.
like dying to self daily, serving you daily, serving my family daily. And so I just think that, you know, it's a lot to have a lot of pressure on that day and on that week.
Yeah.
But if it's a part of your rhythm, it's easy, right? It's easy to, even if you do decide to do something like that week or that day, like I feel like it's a lot easier to be able to just kind of go with the flow. And if things happen,
Yeah.
great. And if they don't happen, that's great too, because every day we're living and we're seeking and we're being of service and love
Yeah.
in our marriage. And so I think that's really important.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now I know that you're past those feelings, but I'm sorry for this. Those
Show
maybe
up.
first 1 or 2 years that
Yeah.
it was hard for you. But I mean, it's funny for me because I think that I buy you more chocolate on days that you don't even expect it. You
Yes,
know,
you do.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
really do.
You just come like on a random Monday, like the first day of
Yeah.
the week. You come back from work and
Yeah.
there's chocolate out there, and I feel like just me just being like authentically like an African like that. I feel like on that 14th,
Mhm.
I'll be like, that's the day I will not buy chocolate.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for
But
sure.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
wanted to know, like, and like I said, sorry for like the first years where you felt like I didn't I didn't like care about it. I know deep down you, at least that's what I want to believe. That's what I believe. Like deep down, you know that it's not. It wasn't like, oh, I don't think about you. But
Mhm.
for me, it was just like I explained it before. I don't want to have that one day. It's just on that day that I can really show you how I love you. I want it to be
Yeah.
every single day because I remember when I say I do on the altar. I remember when I was making my vows to you. There's something that I say. I was like, I want to be able to put in work every single day.
Day. Yeah, I do
Every
remember
single day, I want to show you that I love you. Like
that.
every
Mhm.
single day, I want to make sure that I'm working to show you that I'm here for you and you are the priority, you know? So having that one day where it's like, okay, if you don't show on that day, it's like love I've never been. I'm like, I don't want to buy into that culture. I don't want to
Yeah.
have that culture for our family. I don't want to have that culture for, you know, for what we're building, for our couple.
Yeah.
I don't want that. So that was my thought process. It's not like, oh, I don't think about you like every single day I do think about you. Like every single day
Yeah.
I want to be there for you. So, but I just don't buy into this all this Valentine's Day because I've seen like I said I've seen it like some people some guys who are really in love with a girl and then just because on that Valentine's Day maybe he even say happy Valentine's Day to the girl that he loved,
Mhm.
but because it didn't come with flowers,
Right.
because it didn't come with chocolate, and then it's like you don't love me, and
You
then there's
know.
a breakup, and I'm like, personally, I'm like, this is stupid. Like that doesn't make any sense. That man loves you, you know. But yeah, and and for me, it's like it's the day to day thing. I remember when I got here. You know my story. When I got here, first 2 years couldn't work. I didn't have no
Yeah.
paper, but I remember how excited I was when our our minister and someone he's touched. He's like, "Oh, Gideon, the Lord is telling me to give you that $20 or that $30." I remember how excited I was to wait for you to come down from college in the weekend because you were
Mhm.
coming down every weekend,
Yeah.
and then to take you to Route 21. buying
Not Route
like, hey, that
21.
was the hey,
Not the
hey,
style back then.
hey, Route 21 closed, but they were there for me, man.
They were there for us.
May
We were
God
there like
bless Route
every weekend.
21. You know what I'm saying? But those times, like, they were so special to me. I
Yeah.
just have $30 in my pocket. I just have $20, but I feel so happy I can take you to Route 21, buy a shirt like for
Mhm.
10, $15.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't, like, for me, that's more important. Like, today, by the grace of God, I can afford more than like Route 21 for you. But I
Mhm.
feel like the impact of those, me spending that $5,
It
me
meant a
spending,
lot.
I
Yeah.
could see that you were happy. I could see, like,
Yeah.
you know, th- but today, like, the expectation, it's like this chocolate that is like maybe $50, and maybe this lady, she would never finish that chocolate. Maybe that chocolate doesn't even taste good, but just
Mhm.
because you have to do that grand gesture on that one day,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, either you do it, that shows that you love me, or you don't do it, it shows that you don't love me. I'm like, get out of here with that, man. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that.
No, that's definitely understandable. I mean, there are also other ways that I feel like we have shown up for each other over
Mm,
the years.
yeah,
I know at the very beginning we had a lot of undue expectations of what we wanted, like in
yeah,
our couple, in our relationship, in our communication, the way that we served each other. But I also feel like there's some practical ways that we kind of like show love,
mm,
whether it be like quality time, like spending time together, whether, and it didn't have to be anything grand, like even going on a walk,
yeah, yeah.
um, exercising together. I remember we worked out a lot together at
Hmm.
the very beginning. We do every now and then now, but with kids in the mix, our schedules are a little bit different. But in the simple things, I feel like we learn to really appreciate and like know each other
Yeah,
for who we are. Because I feel like sometimes we can get very distracted in the big things,
yeah,
that we forget like who is your person, right? Like,
mm,
do you really know your person?
yeah,
Because I feel like in the smallest things, we're able to really work on our like communication, qualities that we like and we don't like. And I feel like we did a lot of that
yeah,
at the very beginning, since, a lot of our time together was in our dating period.
yeah.
So I feel like I learned a lot in that. I mean, what would you say was one of your favorite things that we did together that were like pre marriage? What would you
Hmm.
say?
I
In a way that you felt like you showed love.
Once again, I'll go back to those, those simple times, to just be able to really show up, w- show that I'm giving everything that I have,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
like those little, again, Route 21, man. Those, like, just going with you at the mall every
Yeah.
single weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I was so excited. Like, every
Yeah.
single weekend, we're going to go to the mall, you know,
Yeah.
every single weekend. Uh, hey, what a burger, too. Like,
Shout out Whataburger.
you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I'm 22, 23. I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Literally, I just have that $20. But all I can think, it's like, Anna's gonna come down. I have this $20. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to take her like somewhere we can just sit and have like the most authentic conversation, and then
Yeah.
share something, break something, like break bread together, like eat
Mm-hmm.
something, or buy uh matching t-shirts, like matching pants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, those, for me, it's like the simple thing like that. For me, they mean a lot.
Yeah.
They mean a lot. That those are things that I can never forget. That's why sometimes, like, when you look at my wardrobe, you're like, why you still have this shirt? It's
Yeah.
because it's a story. We bought it together.
Has meaning. Yeah.
Exactly, it has meaning to it. We bought it together. Like, I remember, I once again, like, those like were personally were the roughest time, because I'm in a new country. Like I said,
Right.
I'm already in my 20s. I'm dating you. You're going to school. I'm not going to school at that time. Yes,
Yeah.
I had my degrees and everything like that, but I didn't have a status here. I wasn't working and none like that. But you're going to college, to
Yeah.
a prestigious college. You're doing great at college. I remember me trying,
Okay. We'll talk about that.
you
We'll
know,
talk about that.
you going to the college, you're doing good at college. I remember me visiting you at college. Your friends, they have all these, very like rich boyfriends. They're bringing
Well, not
y'all,
rich boyfriends.
they're bringing y'all Starbucks. They're bringing you guys, some croissant. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
But just being able to be able like to save that little blessing that I receive of $15 here or $20 here, and I'm like, oh, when I go up to the up to
Yeah.
visit you at your the college, I can take you to Jake's. Shout out to Jake's. uh,
Jake's was good.
I'll take you to Jake's and we can eat there. Those things for me,
Yeah.
it was like I just have $15 and all I can think is like to share with you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I'm showing you that I'm all in because that's all I have. I'm ready to share with you. All I have, I'm ready to give it to you. And that's at any day, at any time, not
Yeah.
just on the 14th. I'm
Yeah.
not just gonna wait on the
On
14th
the
and then
14th
bring some Ferrero
at
Rocher.
12 a.m. on the
Yeah,
14th.
waiting for the 14th February, like, oh, here's some Ferrero Rocher. On y va, mangeons le chocolat. Nah, man. I'm like, forget that, man. I want to show up every single day. You
Yeah,
know.
it's funny that you say that because I remember like how so present you were like in everything, like even in the smallest thing. Because I remember, do you remember when we went to Old Settlers? We went to like Puerto Rico
Oh
and got some chicken
yes, and then we
and
went to see that it's having like
a
a
picnic.
picnic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at Old Settlers. And I'm like, this guy. And I thought it was the cutest thing. I remember like you coming down, like whenever I was in college to like do little things, like even watching like performances and stuff with me.
Yes.
And like those things I really do remember because it was like, it's not something that required a lot of like finance or like whatever, but it was more of your time.
Mm.
And that was something that I really appreciate. It was like you were really spending a lot of time with me
Yeah.
because I'm somebody that loves quality time
Yeah.
and service, and so that was really something. I'm like, man, this guy is really reeling it in. So it was good to see that, and also for me, I would say like one of the most memorable times for me is when we worshiped together
Yeah.
because that didn't require any finances really. It
Mm-hmm.
was just like a small little keyboard. We sat down on the carpet and we would just sing and
Yeah.
worship together. And like
Yeah.
those moments, I feel like I was the closest to because we were getting closer to our Father, which was
God.
Christ. And so,
Yeah.
like, I think that I really truly enjoyed those times when we worshiped together, even worshiped like when we would, because we grew up together. We
Mm-hmm.
did grow up together. I met him when I was 3
Yep.
and he was
7.
7.
Yeah.
And so like just like growing up like worshiping together, I think that also is something that kind of transitioned even into our relationship, friendship, dating, and then up until marriage. And
Hey, we
to
even
now.
worship today at church.
We did
What you
worship
talking
today
about?
at
We led
church.
today. We led together.
Yeah.
That was
So
amazing. So I know it's already, yeah, it's already 10. It's already 10 10. We need to go cuddle and sleep, but yeah, I wanted to play this song. I know that you heard the beginning of it, like I wrote it for the Valentines. I don't know if I'll drop it, but yeah, I wanted to play it, you know what I'm saying, to for so you can have a little bit my overall idea around this Valentine's, stuff.
he
So
ain't about it.
yeah, I'll play it. And everybody just let's listen to this song. And in the comment, you can bash me if you want. You can agree with me, but I'm sure a lot of guys, you guys are thinking the same way that I do. But let's see, let's see.
I don't need a card or some roses in bloom. No candlelit dinners, no hearts in the room. Oh, Valentine Day is just another big disguise. Forget all the fuss and the glittery signs. I want something real that forever aligns. You're more than a moment, babe, you're my favorite rhyme. Oh, I don't believe in Valentine. seasons and years, our love always shines. I need you, don't need Valentine. I don't care for chocolate, you're sweeter than that. They can keep their bouquets, you're prettier than that. I believe when God made you, he had me right in his mind. Oh my, I don't believe in Valentine. I know we'll be forever mine. Through the seasons and years, our love always shine. I need you, don't need no Valentine. I don't believe in Valentines. I'd please be forever mine. Through the seasons and years, our love always shines. I need you, don't need Valentine. Through the seasons and years, our love always shines. I need you, don't need Valentine. Yeah, so that's how I feel about this Valentine, man.
This song is so cute.
Thank you.
I love it.
I don't believe in Valentine. I don't need no Valentine. I just need you. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be forever yours.
Yeah. Hey, she said it though. She said it. She answered my plea. You know what I'm saying? So do you have a last word before we go? Yeah, we need to go sleep. But do you have a last word for the people?
No, just it was fun. It was fun to be able to like just kind of reflect on this week and just knowing that love isn't transactional. It's not a only this week type of thing, but it's something that we need to strive for daily. Even outside of marriage, outside of relationship, even in friendships, families, like we need to strive to be better at loving on each other without any expectations because that's when you grow. So
Yeah, thank you guys for I mean you guys gonna watch this and yeah, we just wanted to have this little talk because you know Valentine's Day is around the corner, I guess.
I love this song so much.
So y- everybody who celebrate Valentine's, well, I wish you well. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna celebrate it. Some people say because I'm cheap. I don't know. I don't think I am, but
He's not cheap at all.
but I mean, even if I was cheap, there's only one person who you know was able to afford me. You know what I mean? So you guys have fun with that. I'm just gonna have fun loving my wife every single day and appreciating her every single day. Even on Valentine's Day, but it's gonna be different though. It's not gonna be without that mood. But yeah, God bless y'all. Have a great night. We're vibing out.
Good night.
You God's blessing for me, always running over. I will always want of you even when I get older. I was young and abstinent, they said I'm missing. Waiting for the only one that said I'm wasted. When I died and now some said I will regret.